Look, I am by no means a Warriors fan. However, despite the fact that I am a Thunder fan, I still do really like Kevin Durant. Like, I like watching him play. I like seeing the dominance that he has on the floor. It's just scoring whenever and wherever he wants to. However, I would never wish injury on him. Or anybody, at that matter. But when I saw him go down, immediately, like, my thoughts just stopped. Like, everything just stopped. It was almost like it was in slow motion, just watching him go to the ground. Right? So, when I heard all those fans cheering about it, it was the most annoying thing to look at. Like, it really gave you some, like, almost Malice at the Palace vibes. Like, how stupid and ignorant some fans can be. Like, some fans are just ignorant. Like, they do some dumb stuff. Like, you shouldn't ever laugh at that. You shouldn't ever get happy about that. And then, like, earlier today, I was looking through some stuff, and then I saw a YouTube video of Bob Myers announcing that it was an Achilles injury. Now, hopefully it's not as bad as it possibly could be. Hopefully it's he didn't tear anything. Hopefully it's maybe like a strain. It's just like, hopefully it's not too bad. But this could be huge for his career. Like, yeah, it's not going to really take away his shot. It's not going to take away the fact that he's 7 feet tall. Not going to take away any look. But it'll strip him of the athleticism that he has. And he's pretty athletic player. You see him go and drive the lane, do a couple of finishes. He's pretty athletic. And that will strip it away from him. And to see that happen to KD, I hope that this injury does not cut the dominant years of his career short. Because people are really making a for real case about Kawhi being the best player in the league, and he's showing that he kind of is, and he's showing that he at least has a case for it. But the other person that should be making his case for it right now is Kevin, and Kevin just went through a bad injury, a bad calf injury, and honestly, I don't think that injury was as I don't think that injury was as safe as they made it look, or as they made it sound. It didn't seem that safe. Because if it weren't too bad, he would have been in game 1 of this final series. He wasn't there for an entire series, and let alone 4 games of this one. And then on top of that, you got the game 5. And game 5 as a whole was just stupid, to be frankly honest. Like, calls being missed everywhere, Kyle Lowry selling like always. And yeah, Kyle Lowry's had some games where he's played alright. But if the Raptors want to win this, if they want to make history, and if this Raptors team wants to be the first in the Raptors franchise, the first in Canadian franchise, in any Canadian franchise, because Vancouver for sure did not do it. They want to be the Canadian basketball team, the Canadian basketball franchise, to actually win the NBA championship. Not only that, win it the first time they even stepped foot on a finals stage. And then they'd play like that in Game 5. Now, hats off to Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka was playing like a beast. And that's really what they should be doing. They should be attacking the paint as hard as they can. Because DeMarcus Cousins is not completely okay. He is definitely not okay. Klay Thompson is not okay. They're playing very injured right now. Iguodala he's not as injured as the other two, but he's not okay. Curry, I think Curry hurt himself earlier, but he's not okay. But hats off to Curry as well. He's been playing awesome as well. Aside from, I think, Game 4? Yeah, it was Game 4, where he just went freaking missing. But 3-2. Series is heading right back to Golden State, and the Warriors have dropped 2 games in a row on their home floor. So I'm not. If I were a Warriors fan, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, it's okay. We got this. We got this." Because this is actually where they've lost the most in this series, and that's not only just with Klay. That's not just without Klay. But heck, even in this game, KD was on fire, and they still kind of kept it close before he went down, and then everything just fell apart, and they just kind of managed to hang on. They're hanging on by a thread, dude. It's not looking good. Right now, I think the Raptors are going to take it probably in Game 6. And if the Warriors somehow pull something out of their butt and they go off in Game 6, I don't really see them winning Game 7 even if they push it there. Yeah, they'll have a lot of momentum, but then they'll have to go back home. Then Toronto will have to go back home. Back to their fans. Refs have sucked too. They've been making terrible calls. Anyone who wants to argue about the call on DeMarcus last night, though, is kind of mental because it was very obviously an illegal screen. Or however you want to call it. Looked like it. I'm going to call it an illegal screen because that's what it should be. But so far, it's an okay conclusion to the season. I'll be probably throwing out some more 2K highlights. And maybe you can put in the comment section down below if you have any cards that you'd like me to throw in some highlights for. But yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.